Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Thursday the 25th of August 2022. Remember, I always say every night, please share our live stream. We are on Facebook. Real Talk with Saieed Ali on your Facebook account. Search it when it pops up. Like our page and share it. On YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe. Hit the bell and you would know when we go live. Trinidad and Tobago on the 31st of August, it's Real Talk Group of Companies' first corridor cookout competition. So we're looking for about 6 or 7 people again. Remember, it's $6,000. The easiest $6,000 you will win or win, as we would say in Trinidad and Tobago. You're going to win $6,000 by just cooking a duck. Can you do that? All the housewives, all the men that could cook. All you have to do is call 238-6716 or 242-7690 to register, to get to book your tent and come carry a duck. $6,000 is up for grab, viewers. Plus we have a second prize of $4,000, a third place of $2,000, and a fourth place of $1,000. So that is $13,000, viewers, up for grab. Plus there are also consolation prizes to be won. Lots of entertainment, live entertainment, bouncy castles, face painting for the kids. It's a no glass bottle event. Walk with your cooler, come on down and spend the day at Real Talk Group of Companies on the 31st of August at Pier Road Recreation Ground. Remember that. So viewers, those of you who looking for cash borrow, you need cash, you have gold, you have house, you have land, you have a vehicle, and you need money in 24 hours or 48 hours, contact Real Talk Group of Companies at 238-6716, 339-1670, 267-7325, or our South office at 242-7690. And we will be glad to assist you. You love to borrow, I love to lend. You want to put a smile in your face by borrowing money, you're putting a smile on my face when you borrow money. So we work hand in hand. And that is how we do it at Real Talk Group of Companies. So viewers, as we start our program tonight, remember, share our live stream. Our phone number to call in is 238-6716, where we are live on Synergy Network. Remember, Real Talk is owned and operated by Saieed Ali. We are funded by Saieed Ali himself. I am so proud to say that. It gives me great honor to come here every night to give you updates of the incidents that happen in Trinidad and Tobago, and for we to have a real one-on-one conversation going on live on national television where the world is listening and viewing us right here in Trinidad. So viewers, an 11-year-old schoolgirl is now dead after she was mauled by a dog at a relative home in San Fernando this morning. Reports indicated that Rachel, 11 years of Fairview, Freeport, and her brother, 9 years old, were watching television inside their uncle's house along Solomon Street, Vista Bella, around 11 a.m. when one of their relative dogs ran inside and attacked them. Rachel told Jalen to run, and he alerted relatives. However, they could not get the American Bulldog off the child until the owner arrived between 10 to 15 minutes later. Viewers, that's just an update. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad to know that this happened. Condolences to the family from Real Talk Group of Companies, to the family of the child. The Electricity Commissioner, Tiantec, will replace Tower 68 in Rosilac, which broke and caused last week island-wide power outage. However, Tiantec Chairman Mr. Thomas stated that the power grid is now stable after crew transferred one of the 220 kV circuit from the broken transmission tower onto alternative utility poles on Sunday. Thomas said it was always Tiantec intention to relocate Tower 68. And he added that a contractor began constructing a new 220 kV double circuit tower line in March 2021 with an original completion date for next month. We have the picture of the tower that took 1 year to build. Now viewers, look at this. That is Tower 68. And a contractor got a contract in March 2021 with the completion date of next month in 2022. So look how long it is taking this contractor to finish a tower. 1 year. 1 year it is taking a contractor to finish a tower like that. And you know what we're talking about? We're talking about going into the 21st century with technology. We're talking about transforming Trinidad and Tobago into the 21st century. And our contractor take 1 year to build a tower. Turn that back. 1 year to build a tower. Look at that. And if he had to build a house or a 2-story building, he might take about 4 years. Tiantec, your contractors need to do better. If that contractor had to build a house for Saieed, how long are you going to take to build a house? I might have grandchildren. My big son is 14, and if that contractor take 1 year to pop a tower, he might take about 20 years to build a house for me by the time that I have grandchildren. And that's what we call, we're going into the 21st century. We're carrying Trinidad and Tobago into the 21st century, and 1 year it takes to build a tower. Boy, I wonder if them parts coming from the other half of the world. That's what we call performance. Let me tell you something. Performance. Way to go, contractor. That's the way to go. Call a good night.
Very good evening to Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
Saieed, let me take my time this evening.
Sure.
I don't want to confuse myself. I want to tell you exactly what I tell Ian Allen in his program this evening. I tell him I had heartfelt condolences to the family with that.
Yes.
With the dog.
Yes.
It's a very, very sad thing. I'm a parent also, and it's very, very sad. It's heartbreaking. But I use that opportunity because only this morning, I'm calling from Lapai Gardens in Kearney, by the way. I'm not afraid to say that. And number 5, Scarlet Ibis Circular. There is a resident. They say he's a policeman, but I don't really business who he is. He have a Rottweiler. Ever so often, this Rottweiler is loose on the street. Only this morning, the regional corporation employees doing their legal, lawful duties, everybody had to go and lock up in their vehicle, and eventually the dog was still around, and they had to leave with the work undone.
So this Rottweiler just out on the streets, just so?
Out on the street. This is not the first time. This is more than a dozen times.
Wow. And nobody complained to the authorities?
But when you call the Kearney police, guess what? Every time you call Kearney to make a report, their excuse is that they attended to a domestic violence situation.
Okay.
All the time. Every time you call them, it's a domestic violence. So I want the whole station, everybody just go to see about the domestic violence. Because somebody could have get mauled today.
Remember when they brought out a bill concerning pit bull in Trinidad?
The dangerous dog bill.
Yes, yes.
But that was never signed by Max Richards.
Correct.
Because he's the owner of some dangerous dogs too.
Well said.
And everybody playing games.
We have other presidents.
Right. So Saieed, I want to make it abundantly clear that this man who is alleged he's a policeman who I do really business about, he have a Rottweiler ever so often, is loose on the streets, and is a People that normally walk early in the morning, and everybody is scared now to go out on the street to do their exercise. All the best. Have a great evening, Saieed.
Thank you, my friend. Same to you and your family. Staying on Tiantec. All hear this, eh? Hear this, eh? The contractor get the job in March 2021. Listen this. Listen this. They were supposed to finish the tower next month. However, delays shifted the completion date to January 2023. Congratulations to the contractor who got the job to build that tower. Congratulations. Waste of taxpayers' money. I would say so. Minister of Rural Development and Local Government, Faris Al-Rawi, wants municipal police officers to take the lead in domestic violence issue. Well then, Faris, when you were the Attorney General back then, you could have brought out a legislation and amendment stating that you want municipal police to be involved in domestic violence. That is what you should have done. Speaking at the graduation ceremony of 61 newly minuted officers at the Southern Academy of Performing Arts, Al-Rawi lamented. He lamented on the tragedy death of the 7-year-old who was strangled in Palseco over the weekend. Al-Rawi stated that the municipal police had many female officers skilled to take the lead in community matters, and he questioned if the incident can be something that never happens again. How much times citizens of Trinidad and Tobago goes into the police station, complain about a matter, and nothing comes out of it? How many times? There are hard-working police officers. I would not condemn Trinidad and Tobago police officers. I would not do that. We need them on a daily basis. On a daily basis, we need them. But there are officers that just don't business. I just get a lot of calls. Said we went into this station and we make a report. And the officers, them do like, they don't really business. Because if a woman going to make a report, first thing they will say, like, you're holding your husband or you're holding your man. And that's the first thing the officer starts tackling your man right there. On many cases, woman called me, there's a side, we went in so-and-so station, and this is what happened. I just have to redirect them now in other stations by people who I know. Hey, go down in the station and meet so-and-so, tell them side, send you, lodge your complaint, and take your receipt. Imagine that. And we're going into the 21st century, where we have Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, saying, it is not my job as a minister to make sure the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago feel safe. But they want to tell me how much gang they have. They want to say how much guns we have. They want to say how much car have been stolen from this period to that period last year. But how the hell a minister could say, I am not responsible? Let me tell you something. Pack up your bag and just exit. That's all you have to do. And save yourself the shame and the embarrassment that side will be highlighting you on national television. It's simple as that. It's very simple. But you know what has keep them in power, Trinidad and Tobago? You see the perks and the money that is be getting and the high life and the free aeroplane ride? that just keep them in power. That just keep them in power. And the sad thing about it is that they just be embarrassing themselves on an international level and they don't even know that. They don't even know that. Look at what the Prime Minister did. But nevertheless, we're going down there just now. Call her good night.
Sorry.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Okay, here what's going on, right? Remember when Raleigh say he got the thing about Kamala killing the newspaper people? He had Guy Griffith. Well, you see this thing with the fellow who kicked Water and Hines? I think Hines had something to do with it. Because you're looking for payback. Remember, reprisal will take time. So I think they should investigate Hines. Because I think he's part of the situation that killed that fella. All right, thank you.
So viewers, Al-Rawi saying municipal police officers had a tremendous amount of power. He added that they were part of a team of 30,000 persons, which cost the taxpayers $35 million to train and equip this batch of 2022. Apart from having all the powers of the regular police, Al-Rawi said municipal police officers also have the power under the Municipal Corporation Act. So if they're toting all this power, according to Faris, how come they're sitting on their butt? How come they're not intervening? Why is it that male and female just have to get turned away of a domestic state that happening in home and oh God, I'll go home and I'll go sort out that now? This is where we heading? Nothing that crime is under the number one issue in the country. Next to the economy, Al-Rawi also urged officers to retain, retool, and re-educate themselves. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to continue tonight with Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Central Trinidad, get ready as Real Talk, a group of companies, presents their first corridor competition on Independence Day, 31st of August 2022 from 10 a.m. till at Pier Road Recreation Ground, Shagwanas. Registration fee is just $600. Registration will be closed off on 24th of August. Big prizes to be given out. First place, $6,000. Second place, $4,000. Best presentation, best taste, best tent decoration. So walk with your coolers, but remember, no glass bottles allowed. So tell your friend, tell your family, this Independence Day, all roads lead to Pier Road Recreation Ground, Shagwanas, as Real Talk group of companies host their first corridor competition as we party with Selector Flex, Daddy Chinese, Dubraj Prasad, Suresh Maraj, Aditya C. Prasad, Raju Lalu, Amila Lalu, Show Blazer, all powered by Soundboys Sound System. So remember, the place to be on the 31st of August, this Independence is at Pier Road Recreation Ground as we curry duck. For further information, contact 238-6716 or 242-7690 or 339-1670.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Welcome back to Real Talk. Caller, good night.
Mr. Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my friend.
I don't know what the program is about because right now I'm in the bush in Windsor Park. I'm a farmer that's planting sweet potato and a lot of crops. It have over 65 cattle that pass through every weekend and eat out all my crops.
65?
Over 65.
But who is the owner?
The owner is a fella named Chris from Carolina. I spoke to him a couple of times over the phone. And then I went to Prudea Larceny and I reported it. They say they have no vehicle and no equipment to deal with that right now.
Prudea Larceny said that from what area again?
Carsonfield, Prairie Larceny.
Carsonfield, Prairie Larceny squad, you went to them and they said they have no vehicle to attend to it?
No. So
Okay.
right now I know running cattle out of the land right now, and I went to the owner, he refused to speak to me. I called 999, and they said they will assist me. Then an officer from the station called and said them can't lock up no cattle. So I want to know what is the next step out of
My
this.
friend, where are you? Could you do a video?
I have videos where I could send.
Do a video and send it on 267-7325. It's a WhatsApp number. Send it to that number, 267-7325, and we're going to highlight it on TV for you.
No problem, Mr. Said.
Thank you, my friend. You see, these type of incidents, when you're planting garden, and you hear an incident like this take place, let me tell you something, it is called murder. It does cause murder because I, as a farmer, putting out chemical, money, labor, time to know some animals pass through my garden and eat it up. Watch me, I kill every single one of them. I'm telling you about me, you know. I will kill every single one of them. Because if nobody own it while it's living, you cannot come and own it when it's dead. Call it good night.
Good night, I don't make them rile up, you know.
No, you know me.
You get a FUL license, you know, and you only get in that if you are pigs. So if you are cattle, you're getting on. Okay, what? More importantly, a little bit of humor. You know what I am frightened about? All of these police, imitation police,
yes,
SRPs resembling police, all this proliferation with that sort of a surge in crime want me to believe that this is a planned strategy, you know.
I understand what you're saying.
Listen to me, and why I'm saying so. Look at the minister we have. He's a failure. He ain't care about security. Look at the police commissioner, what he's saying. He's saying he's out, not a Superman. But the problem is he has 7,000 people for him to do the thing. Why he's saying he's the only one? So that has me frightened. Now they're coming back with the bail amendment bill with this, I was calling Pinocchio AG. What are they trying to do with this splurging crime? Are they trying to badger us, intimidate us, so that we could get our MP to vote for it? They have all the resources that they could make a dent, but it appears to me they're deliberately doing it. You understand? They should have put out $2 million reward to bring the perpetrators who they say impersonating police. Suppose it's real police doing it now. We don't know. Because if you call a police station and they just hang up on you.
Correct.
Right? And how much police station hanging up on you now? Everything. Look at the man calling about help for his cows and things. So it looks like that is the mantra of the state, the police, the Minister of National Security, and the AG. They don't want to do nothing for crime, and they want people like me and my mom and my auntie to be afraid.
Thank you, my friend. Well, less than 2 weeks before the new school term reopens, Opposition MP Vandana Mohit has stated that her office have been beside families seeking help to purchase school books and uniform so their children can get an education. Mohit made an appeal for the government to help vulnerable families who were struggling to put food on their tables and attend to their children's needs when coming to get schools supplies to go back to school. She called on Social Development Minister Donna Cox to assist families who lost their jobs and are yet to buy books for their children days before the school term reopened. Mohit also repeatedly made a call by opposition leader Kamla Prasad Bisesa for a one-time uniform grant for vulnerable families, which has not been given a response from the government. I have no idea what to say about the Social Development Ministry in Trinidad and Tobago. What type of development is really taking place concerning that department? What development is taking place concerning that? What did the social ministry did for citizens of Trinidad and Tobago for the last 8 months? What did they do? Did they do anything for Trinidad and Tobago? Did they do anything for the underprivileged? They are saying, yes, there is this grant and that grant and the other grant. But how many people are qualified? How many people are getting these grants? What about the money that is allocated for these grants? Is it going to the people in need? Donna have some explaining to do. To start with, for a financial year, how much money has been allocated to the Ministry of Social Development? That is a figure we don't hear about. How much money does the Ministry of Social Development get for one financial year? Anybody have a figure they could give me? Anybody? Nobody. Could Colin Imbert come out and say how much money does the Social Development Ministry gets for a financial year? Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. To you.
You're live on television. Go right ahead.
Yeah. What could I tell you? For a big company called NTS. And what I'm saying NTS now, what? You know when you reach and you got gratuity money? And when you call them, they tell them you have no money to pay.
Serious? No money?
Yeah. NTS tell you have no money to pay. When you pay money.
But listen this. EFCL used to get contracts to build school. And I solely believe MTS getting the contracts now.
Well, MTS, what I call them is you want to say you have no money to pay.
I understand. Thank you, my friend. Hey, a lot of people not getting money in Trinidad, you know. A lot of people not getting back pay, you know. A lot of people complaining, you know. Hey, you know what I had to say? Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Where my boy? Pop my boy there. Show my boy. Let me see my boy do the little dance. Yeah, look at him. Left foot. Watch me. You see that wiggly doing what he needed? Watch me now. Me go like my boy could real dance, you know. I must give him kudos. I want him to come and teach me. You see that piece of dance he doing there? I want him to come and teach me how to do that dance. Rock back quite down. And shake my head. That's what I want him to come and teach me. Watch me. When you hear say, great is the PRM, I must do so. Bad roads in Trinidad. Schools not finished built. Government have money to give hotelers. $7.5 million for a 30-day celebration for independence. And what going on? What going on with the negotiation of 4% to go up to 5 or 6%? $2.something billion is going to cost the country. But the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance didn't study how much money is going to cost the country when they roll into office and they raise the pension. How much money is it costing now the country on a monthly base together with a yearly base? Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. Rohan said we don't have money to fix road because when COVID-19 came into Trinidad and Tobago, they had to take the money to pay the citizens and them to live. How much money did they collected? How much money did they rent buildings for? Rohan, all are good, you know. Better than all it ain't half. I say that on national television. Better than all it ain't half again. Scrap Iron Dealers Association has called on its members to take their children to the homes of government ministers to protest the ban on scrap iron export, which it said has left thousands unable to feed their families. How many scrap iron purchasers are guilty of buying copper wire? How many? Nobody. If there's 100 scrap iron dealer, nobody buys copper. That's the sad part about it. Wassa started complaining. Thieves going with their connection. Who buys them thing? Me? I don't buy them thing. I don't buy them thing. I don't buy copper. I don't buy brass from Wassa. I don't buy Wassa connection. No, I just deal with money. But the association telling the workers to carry their children by the government office or by the government minister's house and protest. When people was complaining, when the people was complaining about the copper line being cut, when TSTT were complaining, did the association did investigation to find out which scrap iron dealer was buying the copper? Mr. Alan Ferguson, did you do an investigation to find out which dealer were purchasing copper lines? Did you do an investigation to find out which scrap iron dealer were buying stolen manhole covers? All I might say, Saeed, you're wrong for saying this and you're wrong for saying that. But when it went missing, who bought it? The fisherman? Did the grocery man buy it? Did the man who sell it market on the corner, did he buy the manhole covers? No. So how the hell now you could tell the dealers and them to carry their children by the government ministry house? Do so and like so, you know. But you know what problem I just have now, making a phone call? Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah. Just, I have another problem here with some neighbor and they backfill the piece of land, they block up the river mouth, so and all the water backing up and coming up in my place.
Which part that is?
I need a little help, Monday Road, Rosilak.
What kind of help you need?
I need a little help, assistance to see what I could get anybody to help me to do because the people backfill the land and all the water, they backfill the river mouth, the whole river, everything.
Who backfill the river?
The owner of the land, you want me to call the name?
No, don't call his name. Here what to do? Is it Rosilak?
Yeah.
Who's the councillor for Rosilak again?
Javed.
Javed?
Yeah.
Go down and tell Javed that Saeed say you need a baco from the corporation to assist you. And I will try to get in touch with him tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, okay.
I don't ask you, I just demand you. That is me, you know. I just demand, I don't ask you, know. As long as you have a position. Don't expect me. Oh God, boy. You know I need a bath. And I'm fed up. And I'm crying. And I'm helping her. Get the bloody back on, assist the man, as long as you have a position. That is why people don't like Saieed. That is why Saieed could have gotten about 9 or 10 amendments and legislation passed for Trinidad and Tobago. I don't ask, I just demand. And the better I get if I do like my partner Navin, and I get up 4 o'clock in the morning, but my hour is between 1 and 3. When I get up that time and I go in my prayer room, and I cover my head, and you hear I light my light, like my boy Navin is do, let me tell you something, you can't tell me no, you know. You can't tell me no, you know. Because I said it something to say, yes, we go do it. Go on, good night. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to continue with the scrap iron.
The 2022 National Tasserama Finals, Saturday, August 27th at Fun Splash Water Park in Day Bay. Prepare for the top Tassa bands of the land. Also featuring 3-time chutney star G.I., Climax, Anthony Batson, Bethany Lightboard, aka Trinity, the Kalnayak Academy of Dance. No glass bottles allowed. Admission is free. Gates open at 6 p.m. Secure parking. All part of the 60th Independence Anniversary celebration. See you on Saturday, August 27th, Fun Splash Water Park, Day Bay, the 2022 National Tasserama Finals.
Central Trinidad, get ready as Real Talk, a group of companies, presents their first corridor competition on Independence Day, 31st of August 2022 from 10 a.m. till at Pier Road Recreation Ground, Shagwanas. Registration fee is just $600. Registration will be closed off on 24th of August. Big prizes to be given out. First place, $6,000. Second place, $4,000. Best presentation, best taste, best tent decoration. So walk with your coolers, but remember, no glass bottles allowed. So tell your friend, tell your family, this Independence Day, all roads lead to Pier Road Recreation Ground, Shagwanas, as Real Talk group of companies host their first corridor competition as we party with Selector Flex, Daddy Chinese, Dubraj Prasad, Suresh Maraj, Aditya C. Prasad, Raju Lalu, Amila Lalu, Show Blazer, all powered by Soundboys Sound System. So remember, the place to be on the 31st of August, this Independence is at Pier Road Recreation Ground as we curry duck. For further information, contact 238-6716 or 242-7690 or 339-1670.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. So hear this, scrap iron dealers have no money to buy books. No money. They're working an honest day's work. We understand that. It's a very hard job. We understand that. It's a lot of old scrap. You're getting a lot of cuts, you're getting bruises. Sometimes you might get narrow, your back hurting. We understand all that. But the thing is, copper going missing from TSTT line and nobody know who buying it. Wasser complaining they're losing the connections and nobody knows who buying it. Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend. You're live on Real Talk.
Thanks. Saeed, what I want to highlight, while everybody having all this say about the scrap iron dealers, the operators, and what have you, the bigger picture is what is coming out of the monster they call COVID. all these type of things is part of the monster. Create mischief so that we will have that mechanism of control whereby the masses wouldn't know if they're going up, down, left, right. And then we will drop the real time bomb that would put everybody in a box. Even you and all, Saeed.
I waited for the bomb. I waited for the bomb caller. Thank you so much. Watch man. Hey, all you feel side is be out of the box. All you feel side doesn't know what is be going on. Let me tell you something. I just know what's going on outside, inside, and I just also know in the planning. That is why when I come here sometime and I say, hey, watch out for X, Y, and Z. How long after you see it happening? How long after? But nevertheless, viewers, here is Bacchanal. The Prime Minister, Dr. Saieed Ali, have stated that his decision to accept the Police Service Commission choice of Gary Griffith as Police Commissioner was the biggest mistake he made in his life. That is what he said. Now, speaking during a People's National Movement meeting in Belmont, the PM stated that this decision was based on his belief that he should allow appointments of the best people the country had to offer when he took responsibility of giving Gary Griffith a chance. It was his biggest mistake ever. Listen to this.
I took the position as Prime Minister that if the best person for the job was a non-PNM person or a person who had served this country in another political party, if he or she was the best person for the job, they should get the job. And that is why today, the head of FCB was a former Attorney General in a party that wasn't the PNM. And the FCB is probably one of the best banks in our country. That is why the chairman of NP is a former UNC member of Parliament. And that is why when the commission said that Gary Griffith was the best person for the job as Commissioner of Police, I take responsibility for giving him a chance. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the biggest mistake I've ever made.
So here is now, Dr. Rowley added that the audit of the Firearm Department of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service was completed and it was a troublesome reading. Listen to this one now.
I have watched, I have listened, I have heard. We've taken steps one by one to the extent where we have just had an audit of the Firearms Department of the Police Service. It makes very, very troublesome reading.
Now Trinidad and Tobago. The PM states that it was painful to watch a female opposition leader tolerate and encourage a behavior. He said that it was the opposition leader who went in the parliament and placed on the Hansard that he was a rapist. Listen this now.
I must say, it's painful to watch a female opposition leader tolerate and encourage that on the grounds that leave me out of all your bacchanal. I find that the behavior of that leader, I'm not asking for any help, you know, because my family is back broad and my spine stiff. That is the same leader who went in the parliament with Vanilla Allen and Wade Mark and Munilal and put on the Hansard that I'm a rapist. Bring a picture of a house inside the parliament, you know, blow up a house and come and tell the parliament, in this house the opposition leader raped somebody. After that, I don't expect anything from Kamala Prasad Bisesa more than the worst. So when Arnold Roberts prepares videos and try to scandalize my wife, all I could tell Arnold, I could take her home if I get one. I ain't sending nobody to kill nobody.
Well said, Mr. Prime Minister. I could take on, man. Ring the bell down there. Ring the bell down there, Mr. PM. Ring the bell down there. That is man, Trinidad and Tobago. You know why I say that is man? For the second consecutive general election, we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, have placed this man right there, and we continue eating boulders for the next 3 to 4 years. And that is the same man who said, I am not going to beg for no vaccine. You know who he was begging for the vaccine for? For you and I. But we so dumb, and we so stupid, and we so foolish, and we so dokedam, and we so can't see what we doing. You know what we doing? Pop the video with my boy there again. You know what we do in Trinidad and Tobago? That is what we doing. We singing and we dancing and we whining and we gyrating. And you know, watch me, just now we go care buy flour. Dress now we go care buy books and uniform for our children. But you know what we doing? I will never go do it. That is what we doing. And then now, Oliver says, Saieed, we bad talking. No, we not bad talking. 5 years you went through eating boulders, and you went and put them back there to eat boulders for the next 5 years? Let me tell you something. When I reach 100, I must see all the teeth in my mouth still. Gary Griffith has responded to the Prime Minister's remarks of saying appointing him was the biggest mistake in his life. In a video response, Griffith counted that the biggest mistake in 60 years of TNT's independence was to select Rowley as the Prime Minister again. Listen to this now.
We have seen now that Keith Rowley's hatred for Gary Griffith. He has now made a statement stating that this was the biggest mistake of his life. No, Keith Rowley, the biggest mistake in Trinidad and Tobago's 60 years was selecting you as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And we will ensure that that is changed very soon.
Now Trinidad and Tobago. Griffith stated that under his tenure as COP, from August 18th, 2018 to August 17, 2021, there was a high reduction in violent crime in history of Trinidad and Tobago. He increased public confidence in the police from 14 to 55%. Listen to this.
We were at a point August last year, after we had cracked the criminal elements, put fear in criminal elements, that we were going at a homicide rate of 320 per annum before I left in August last year. That is your mistake, Keith Rowley. Now we are going at a murder rate of over 600 murders per annum. It seems that you prefer that. The fact is that when I took over as Commissioner of Police, public trust and confidence was 14%. It moved to 55%, the highest of any arm in the public service. Is that your mistake, Keith Rowley? Now it is probably back down to 14%. Not because of the police service, but because of the hierarchy in the police service that Keith Rowley wanted as acting Commissioner of Police. Is that your mistake, Keith Rowley? The fact is that 89% of the country wanted me to return as Commissioner of Police.
Now viewers, he added that the PM mistake was he hoped that Griffith would be a puppet and take directions from the government. Here, Griffith.
No, Keith Rowley, your mistake is that you wanted and you hoped that Gary Griffith would be a puppet and be able to take directions from a government. I had no intention to do so. So you have disregarded the crime statistics. You have disregarded the public trust and confidence in the police service. You have disregarded what the country wants and who the country wanted as a Commissioner of Police. Is this a dog whistle, Keith Rowley, that you have sent to the present Police Service Commission in the hope that they will not put me as number one in the merit list, because you know it would be political suicide that the person who 89% of the country wanted to return as Commissioner of Police, the person who would always get the highest number of points in the merit list, the person who was able to lead the police service into a period where it was the highest public trust and confidence, the person that was assisting in ensuring that we had the highest reduction in crime, and that is your mistake, Keith Rowley.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we heard Gary's side, And we heard the Prime Minister's side. We have 7 minutes in our program tonight. I want to hear from you. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
My friend, make it short and sweet.
Program as usual, Mr. Saeed. But
thank you.
I don't want you to do that dance because that dance is very easy to do. All you have to do is get some balaji, boil it, drink the water, you will lose your brain. You see how that fella shaking up his head? You are intelligent, knowledgeable, and smart fella. So you will see dry grass and you will eat that and you will go complain. So I don't want that happen with you at all. You're intelligent and knowledgeable.
Thank you, my friend. Trinidad and Tobago, if you had the opportunity to re-elect the former Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Gary Griffith, would you do that? 238-6716. All you have to do is call in and say yes. If you don't want him, say no. 7 minutes left on our program tonight. I want to hear from you. I'm going to tell you something. When Gary Griffith was the Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago, there are things that he did that I rated him very high. Caller, good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
My friend, would you bring back the former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith?
Yeah, but open man.
Thank you.
Because the man has it under control.
Thank you, my friend. All we want to hear, just call and say, yes, Saeed, we want him back. I want back the former Commissioner of Police. You know why? You know why? TTPS was instilling fear in criminal entity in Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
Good night, Saeed.
Thank you. Good night to you, my friend.
I say yes to Gary Griffith, and I want to tell you why this Prime Minister and IPNM...
No, I do apologize for cutting, but for the next 5 minutes, let's see how much yes or how much no we can get concerning Gary Griffith and the Prime Minister. How many of you in Trinidad and Tobago would love for the former Commissioner of Police to return back as the Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, to put crime and other elements under control? Let me tell you something. Look how much murders we have. Look how much murders, and not one reward from TDPS for murder. Not one reward from TDPS for housebreaking, theft of motor vehicle, robbing businessman. Nothing. Hey, talk about that. Remember the guy I put up on TV last night concerning the car? You know, about 7:15 this morning, he dropped it on my compound. Very early this morning. Very, very early. I put out a reward for that. Imagine that. I put out a reward for that. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Ali. If I could, I would retire.
Thank you so much for the yes. Tonight is just yes or no. We have about how much? About 3 minutes left again? 238-6716. Viewers, call in. I want to hear from you tonight. Is a quick yes or no? Is a quick yes or no? The former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, was performing. Caller, good night. Yes or no? Caller?
Hello?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much. The man was performing. And it's only a blind man in Trinidad and Tobago would say otherwise. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. In the morning, I'll put him back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will take that for yes. The man was performing. Trinidad and Tobago needs somebody to perform. What McDonald Jacob doing? You think he could run down any bandit anyway? Huh? Listen this, eh? What McDonald don't understand. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night. No.
Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. What McDonald don't understand is that the more TTPS perform, is the more ratings Jacob would get. Some of them don't understand that. Caller, good night. We lost that there. You see, some of them in authority don't understand that. The more their ministry performs, is the higher they would go as an individual. Not much of us have common sense, you know. It have a lot of people with book sense and no common sense. None. Common sense say grass. Not green one, a dry one. Call a good night, yes or no? It's not easy out here, you know. The struggle is real, you know. It is a real struggle. But how many of us understand that? How many of us? Not much. Not much of us would understand that. Viewers, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 on Synergy. From tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m. And then we're going to be right back here on... No, I do apologize for that. Tomorrow, viewers, there will be no Real Talk going live, but there will be a rerun of this program tomorrow. We do apologize for that, but nevertheless, the weekend is coming. We just want you to be safe. Don't end up in the hospital. Don't end up in the police station. Don't end up in the jailhouse. 2 minutes. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, I will tell you something. Ala kurahaba inna sabail varkiba unte la'anna zabarunna. In Egypt, when Pharaoh had control over the Egyptians, Pharaoh was doing whatever he wanted. Ilkam zarahuna la'anna zebi ela'unte kari el'anna. And along came a poor man, grew up in a poor family, born in a poor family, raised in a rich family, Moses, who took the children out from Egypt to the wilderness. Al-kabaruhuma zele'enta kaba'illa. And God provided for them in the wilderness. My friends, until we meet again, be safe and enjoy your weekend. I am Saieed Ali, and this is Real Talk with Saieed Ali.